If Harris were to win, I do believe we'd have a sell-off in BTC short term. A Harris win would be wildly better for Bitcoin long term, but horrible for the rest of us, because the idea that you can print money out of thin air forever and the value will increase is so illogical.
Yeah.
But she's convinced them that it does work. And yet here we are, like you said, gold at all-time high prices, real estate and stocks, quote unquote, at all-time highs. Oh, but here's the weird thing. Stocks are only at highs if we value them in dollars. If we value stocks in gold, they're the same price today, Paul, as 1996.
Today we'll explore Mark Yusko's thoughts on the impending halving of Bitcoin and how it might affect the equity market. According to Yusko, this halving event, which lowers block rewards every 4 years, reduces the quantity of new Bitcoin coming into circulation and causes a major supply shock. These cycles of halving have historically led to significant price spikes, and according to Yusko, the value of Bitcoin might increase from $50,000 to $80,000 or higher. This year's Thanksgiving season could potentially mark Bitcoin's climb to six figures, with prices possibly reaching between $110,000 and $130,000. And as momentum builds, this rally might even extend beyond the holiday season, fueling further gains into the new year. If you're excited about Bitcoin and want to stay updated on the latest market insights, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. We regularly cover the latest in crypto and digital assets.
Contrary to popular belief, Bitcoin would have a breakout year post-halving and into this Thanksgiving period. We would likely see six digits. I think we'll be well into six digits. You know, is it 110, 120, 130? I don't really know. And why? What was the basis for that? Well, we had a halving event, right, which is where the block rewards get cut in half, and that happens every 4 years. Now, what's interesting about that, it's one of the most ingenious things in the code, and there's a lot of ingenious things in the hard code of Bitcoin, but it's really ingenious that every 4 years you motivate an event that causes price to rise.
Exactly.
Well, as soon as the price starts to rise, what do human beings do? We chase momentum. So the momentum followers come in, and that pushes price further, and then we get what I call the Thanksgiving effect. Yeah. And I think this Thanksgiving will be the best Thanksgiving ever, because what's going to happen, I believe, this Thanksgiving is the network value today is somewhere in call it the high 50,000s. Well, that was the halving event occurs, so the network value should double. Normally, we double from the low 50s to well over 100. I think this time we go from the 50s to that 80 number that people are talking about it. But that's the fair value. The fair value is going to be somewhere in the 80,000s. But we'll go right through fair value during this whole Thanksgiving, you tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so forth, like the Brett commercial. And I think between kind of Thanksgiving and December, we're likely to see, and it might even run into the first part of the new year, we're likely to see the same type of parabolic move that we saw in each of the previous cycles. And to answer your question, if Trump wins, and we'll see what happens, but it looks good. He's basically said, look, I'm going to be pro-crypto. I don't think he may actually be pro-crypto. I think his kids are, but I think he's smart enough to see, there's 260 million people that own this thing around the world. If I make them happy, they'll vote for me. That works. Not all of them in the US, but I think he figured that out. So he's talked about things like a strategic Bitcoin reserve. That would be hugely beneficial for price. Harris, on the other hand, why she didn't just jump on the bandwagon? I don't know. I mean, ideologically, she didn't want to piss off the Elizabeth Warren crowd. I don't know. Huge mistake in my mind. I think she lost.
It is an odd situation, that's for sure.
Bunch of voters. Being a political candidate and saying, I don't like Bitcoin, alienates a large voting bloc that likely is going to swing the election. If Harris were to win, I do believe we'd have a sell-off in BTC short term. A Harris win would be wildly better for Bitcoin long term, but horrible for the rest of us, because the idea that you can print money out of thin air forever and the value will increase is so illogical.
Yeah.
But she's convinced them that it does work. And yet here we are, like you said, gold at all-time high prices, real estate and stocks, quote unquote, at all-time highs. Oh, but here's the weird thing. Stocks are only at highs if we value them in dollars. If we value stocks in gold, they're the same price today, Paul, as 1996. I'm wildly bullish on all of it. Now, doesn't mean it will be an easy road, and doesn't mean we'll have to, have policies and procedures and techniques to sift through the garbage. I mean, knowing what's real and what's not is really important. Now, one thing is blockchains can fix that, right? We can, what blockchains allow is for the fixing of unique assets in time and space, right? We can have a timestamp on things that are real, real pictures, real videos, real commentary. So that's a good thing. And we'll manage through it. I mean, what's interesting about tech is in every tech evolution or revolution, there were predictions of doom and gloom, right? Oh, this is going to end the world as we know it. Oh, this is going to be so terrible. Oh, it's going to destroy jobs. Yeah, we've destroyed millions and millions and millions of jobs with new technology. But here's a stat. There are more jobs today than any time in human history. You just spent so much of your life surviving, and now we don't have to. So now we've unleashed creativity in ways that we could never imagine. So pretty cool.
Yusko admits that the future of cryptocurrency won't be easy. There are many speculative projects in the area, so it will be crucial to distinguish the genuinely creative ones from the fads. However, he is optimistic that previous technological revolutions, blockchain technology will encourage human creativity and lead to positive change by generating new job opportunities. He also talks about concerns that new technologies would cause many people to lose their jobs. Yusko notes that although there have been concerns about economic collapse during each industrial revolution, society has always adjusted and discovered new means of thriving. He sees blockchain as a similar positive factor that will improve the financial system's transparency and confidence. Please click on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and like this video. Check out our other videos and leave a comment below with your ideas as we frequently discuss the newest developments in cryptocurrency and digital assets.
You got Bitcoin at the top, Ethereum's the crown prince, but here's the problem. Some of those other princes, and you mentioned them, Sui, Solana, etc., Avalanche, are nipping at the heels of the crown prince. And the challenge is, someone asked me this question. I said, that's a really good question. I can't answer. They said, if Ethereum didn't exist and it was invented today, would anyone use it? Like, it's slower, more costly, does kind of the same stuff? Probably not. Okay, so why do people use it? Well, because it's got a great installed base. And Paul Romer won the Nobel Prize. He said it's not the best technology that wins, it's the technology that gets critical mass first. So is Ethereum good enough, or can they make enhancements? Because another thing about open source, if someone's better than you can just copy paste and fix it.
Right.
But they've been slow to do that. And I guess there is another, we had the merge, now we got the surge coming. So that's something. But at the end of the day, Solana has proven that despite all their problems, right? And we made a lot of money in Solana, right? Thank you, Kyle and Tushar. But I never really believed in it because it kept failing and transaction would vaporize. But they fixed some problems and they got better and they got more adoption. Now, are meme coins enough? Probably not. But they've done a good job resuscitating themselves when they were on the verge of being done, like literally done, 2 years ago. Sui has come out of nowhere. They've got they had they were born on third base and think they hit a triple, kind of launched by big flashy people, and so now they got to prove it. Right now they got to get home.
Could happen.
It could happen. No, it absolutely could happen. But at the end, innovation wins out, I think. And real innovation in these areas around, speed, reliability, consistency, and cost are what drives us. And we've talked about this before. Look, I think this is the greatest time to be an investor in this space. And the internet disrupted two very large industries, media and commerce, right? You're a perfect example of citizen media. And that is incredibly awesome and amazing. And all the market cap that was at, the media mogul business, ABC, NBC, CBS, and the mom and pop shops in commerce have now gone to places like Amazon and Netflix. Well, the financial services business is much bigger. It's $7 trillion with a T per year. That's not the value. That's the amount that's transacted per year. And we are going to displace all of that into these digital tools. Huge opportunities.
While Bitcoin is the industry leader and Ethereum is known as the crown prince, Mark Yusko highlights that younger blockchains such as Solana, Avalanche, and others are developing significantly and gaining popularity. Would Ethereum still be widely used if it were created today? That is an interesting question he poses. Yusko thinks it might not because of its slower speeds and more expensive price tag. Yusko points out that while Ethereum's recent improvements, such as the merge and upcoming surge, are meant to fix some of its shortcomings, more recent efforts have proven to be highly resilient and adaptable, in spite of previous technological difficulties. He believes that true innovation, especially in the areas of speed, consistency, cost-effectiveness, and dependability, will be crucial for long-term success in the cryptocurrency space. He compares blockchain's revolutionary potential to how the early internet upended sectors like media and commerce. However, he points out that blockchain is set to disrupt an even larger market, financial services worth an astounding $7 trillion per year. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let us know in the comments what you think about the future of Ethereum and the rising competition. See you in the next video.